can't use it because I deleted it. So it's on my link in my bio, but it don't actually got lead to nowhere. Shit.
I think I copied it. Now, my Instagram been bugging, bro.
Let me get this for me. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. All right, man. Jesus.
We got there.
Welcome back to the peak, man.
Thanks, guys.
I'm here
The
with
whole
homie.
team. The whole team of art. The producers over here.
You feel me? They're working hard back there, boys. Jesus. And so, first of all, so no one pronounces your name wrong. Pronounce your name for us. Your artist name. Nige Hood.
I've noticed.
Has people ever pronounced it wrong?
Yeah, like it's crazy. There's a lot of times where people have here and there said Nigel, which I don't know, or with Nige. Okay, that's my real name, Nigel. But with Nige, not Nige, which sounds dumb. Like, why do you think it's a E? I mean, it's an E.
I know, that's why.
No, that would
people
be...
didn't take phonics, bro.
Like, nice.
And we didn't pass phonics, if anything.
Shit, I was good at words.
Bro, let me tell you this.
That's why...
Phonics was like second grade. I wasn't paying no attention. You feel me? Like, I wasn't paying no attention in second grade.
I feel you, man. I didn't like second grade teacher, Miss Hambidge. That was the first time it was.
Why you got a name dropper like that, bro?
Shoot, she doesn't care. She might even be dead now. Who knows?
You would hope so, right?
Whoa!
That's fucked up, man.
That's
the way you talking about it, bro.
You were like, there's a limbo in that motherfucker.
Hopefully she's in good health, bro.
Man, I'll tell you what, at least one thing, her sons stole my fucking football, Nerf ball during the like after school.
Yeah.
And she was a real one. She made them give it back and apologize.
So did her sons went to school with you or what?
Yeah, she was one of them teachers. She had sons. But I think that she had my brother the year before or 2 years before. My brother, especially at that time, he was really like, he wasn't like a goody two shoes, but he just didn't get into trouble and he was like really smart. He like read a lot of books all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's all it takes. I just read some fucking books. If only more people read books, bro.
Right. I'm telling you that I've been reading a biography of Ben Franklin, and that like from the jump, because he wasn't put through schooling. He just started reading books, and it like at different moments it just paid off. Like that, for example, there was one time where he was swimming with a group of friends, or that he just met, and he went and they saw how good he swam. So like this rich guy was like, teach my kids how to swim. And then he opened up a swim school, and it's like only because he read a book. Yeah. You know?
That's crazy. What is the most interesting thing about Ben Franklin's life though that you've read in that book? That's the money man right there.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's crazy that he's on the $100 bill, but his legacy is not based upon money. Like, I will tell you the aspect of his life where he served the building of the community and the infrastructure of America, in the sense of like, he pushed to establish the first library, public library, because it started with him and his boys getting together, talking and trading books, and he was like, well, we should have it where we all put the books and we just pick it so we can give and go. So eventually that became first public library, first fire department, at least in Philadelphia, like, and he just pushed for these things, and people just, he had a strong character. And another thing, he was very popular for his almanacs that came out, and it was called Poor Richard's Almanac. And he, in it, it's just a whole lot of like, it's humor, it's kind of wisdom, and it's like almanacs are like, you know, having it like what to expect for the forecast for the farming season or whatever.
Right.
You know, so he just, and he also established, he made his come up through press, and he was kind of like smart because he controlled, in a sense, like the information that people saw. You know, he might have been an asshole,
right?
Because, you know, he wrote it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's also, he could have been like, that's a nigga with a lot of power. I don't
No cap.
know.
That's like an early, and Elon got Twitter now, and he kind of controls what people see in a sense. It's kind of like that back in the day,
Yo,
you know.
exactly, man. That's for sure, bro.
Nah, I think that's someone who I think everybody needs to read more about, because like I said, a lot of people might think his influence is just money,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
obviously it's a lot deeper than that. Talking about the first library is crazy.
yeah.
Like there are private libraries, of course, but the first public library where anybody could just go in and, give a book and get a book, like, is wild. And I feel like it's really helped us like a long way. People don't understand how much libraries like really helped. And now it's like we have the
A
phone.
library,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? But
yeah,
back in the day, bro, libraries was busting out the frame. Like
yeah.
shit was like the club.
Even when we were younger, like
Yeah.
right at the end of the whole era, like libraries were it. Like, and especially like when internet came out, a lot of people didn't have internet at home,
Yeah.
so you were playing. The only time you got on the internet was at school,
Right.
you know.
Boy, playing library games and shit, bro.
Oh
We
my
wasn't even reading books. We're the worst. We're the worst, bro. We wasn't even reading books. We was in there playing games, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Man, well, at least I was.
Now people were going on like there was like this like certain like kids networks would have like online game
Oh man, Cartoon
channels.
Network had the whole thing.
Yes,
Yeah, they actually shut
yes.
down recently, which is
Cartoon
crazy.
Network, the company.
The website with the games on it
Oh,
is no longer a thing. Yeah, man. Twitter had a day with that one. That shit was sad. It was
oh,
sad
oh!
for
I bet
everybody.
they had a day.
Man. So right now we're listening to your music, Big Hood, and we are in the peak. Man, this is a show that we've been doing for a while now. We had people interviewed. I remember last time you were here, probably a couple days ago, watching the game together. I showed you maybe some of the interviews that we had in the past, man. And somehow it just only keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I would say if it comes to pure music sales, you're probably the biggest artist that we've had on the platform. I don't think there's anyone else with hundreds of thousands of streams on this, on
Yeah.
the, out there that I've reviewed so far, except for myself. But I don't count.
Nah, talk that shit,
I don't
bro.
count, bro.
Talk that shit.
I don't count. I don't count. So let's talk about some of your biggest influences in music. When you walked in, we were listening to a song, and I said, "Man, this sounds just kind of like Kyle," and you opened up for him, and it's crazy that you sound like him and you opened up for him. A lot of people want that.
And we
kind
got
of
the same
trajectory.
birthday.
Right.
But I got a story about that too. Like, I guess I'll say that it ties into the overall arc of my career. So I'll just, if we get a chance to, I'll just explain because it's interesting about how special that moment was. But I also want to talk about how I didn't really realize how lucrative that opportunity was.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay, cool. So that was my main question I wanted to ask before I even got any of this together was, what is one of your highlights and one of your highest moments that you've had in this whole thing? Pretty sure that's going to be what we talk about there. And so let's just go straight to it. What I want to ask about it, then you can delve deep into what happened as well. But do you feel like you could have gone back and did more with that opportunity, or do you feel like you afterwards it was just so amazing what you saw and you feel like that was you did enough?
Nah, I just didn't understand. I think promotion. I didn't understand the value of YouTube. Like just now, I'm starting to really take it seriously and be more intentional.
Got you.
And I didn't even realize the process of going from, um, you know, oh, because I didn't realize a whole lot of the people in the crowd. Like, there's even this show recap, and it was just a lot of people, and people thought that I was with Kyle, so I could have leveraged that. But certain things I just didn't realize. I still was like working. I just was only working in the capacity that I knew at the time, which kind of was like, bro, I'm from eras of like passing out CDs or, posting up posters. So I was very good at like coming up with the media and all of that. But kind of what leading up to like some of the better moments. I mean, I had a lot of great moments, but just when it comes to like if you want to reach the world or a larger audience, I didn't make that connection till a lot later because I'm from I mean, I'm not gonna blame it on age, but I'm, I'm from a different era,
Right.
and I didn't adapt fast.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And so, what would you have done differently?
Um, you know what's interesting? I gotta give myself some credit because I gave a package to his manager, uh, and manager sent it to him, and his manager responded back, "Yo, appreciate that and stuff." But for example, I could have been more intentional and persistent because I didn't really even have a game plan. I didn't even know how stuff started. I could have asked him for a feature. I could, there's so much I just didn't totally understand. But you don't know what you don't know. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Right.
oh, snap. Yeah. So, I mean, hold on. So for me, it's just that, you know, I don't really like, that's not a regrettable moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware that I matriculated a lot. That was almost 10 years ago. I've, opened for other people since, so it's just part of the journey. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Facts. And so back to the original question, because we just started talking about Kyle, amazing artist, and so are you. So are you, of course. I'm sure you smashed the opening, bro. I'm sure it was great,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
want to watch the
awesome.
recap sometime.
Yeah, I'll show it
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
think
sure.
you'll like it.
We will, man. And who are some of your biggest influences when it comes to it?
It's crazy. I started off listening to, so I'll say this first and foremost. My favorite thing about music is lyrics. Like sometimes I don't even pay attention. Like there'll be songs that people don't like because the beat's whack, and I just be listening to the lyrics. So
Right.
I say that because like I've always been interested and involved in songwriting.
Yeah.
So when I was young, I was a very big fanatic of like 60s music, 50s. So I kind of had this influence of simpler songs, you know what I mean? Especially a lot of melody and stuff.
Right. A lot of those songs, did they have a lot of vocals, or was it more so instrumental?
No, they were more pop songs, I'd
Right.
say, like, like Motown,
Right.
Simon and Garfunkel, the Beatles and stuff. So that's kind of like where I came into. But then I got to be like 10, and that's when I got into rap music. But even before then, I say that I was writing songs. Like I remember being like 7 writing songs, and I would even have go to Media Play and buy songbooks, just reading them. Like
Right.
on road trips, I would just read songbooks. So from there, I got into rap. But I'll say my biggest influences are really Chuck Berry, because of his ability to blend blues with. He kind of took it into rock and roll. He was able to kind of like. He was like one of those like Dave Chappelle's who knew how to like communicate. He didn't talk about race, but he knew how to communicate. Well, sometimes he did, but in a way that's like fun, and just just fun and lighthearted, and sometimes you call it novelty. But Chuck Berry wrote just even riding along in my automobile, like writing a song about with his girl, like no particular place to go.
Right.
He even has a song called Brown Eyed Handsome Man, and if you listen to it, it's like, it starts off, arrested on charges of unemployment. He was sitting at the witness stand. The judge's wife called up the district attorney. She said, free that brown-eyed man if you want to. So basically saying, okay, that's vagrancy laws, which they established to basically lock up black men and put them in work camps when slavery ended. But because vagrancy meant if you don't have a job, like, so arrested on unemployment. But the judge's wife called up. That means he was tagging the judge, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, anyway, I don't want to get too far into it, But Nas, Jimi Hendrix, of course. Public Enemy, Pimp C. There's so many that I like.
Right.
But I'd say like Chuck Berry in essence, because even like the song I got with Afroman is like that. It's like smoking a bowl in the woods, and and I feel like my music kind of like crosses cultures as well, in the sense that I don't take myself too seriously. I'm not preachy, I'm not like a goof, but it's like I'm a cool ass nigga who's different. And that's what he was. He was like an eccentric black man. You know, he was from like middle class, and he had that experience, and he wasn't afraid to like hide it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I have a very similar attitude about life, and I have a similar growing up experience, you know what I'm saying? So Jimi Hendrix was also a great example of that, but he's just the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say anything more or less that hasn't been said.
Right.
But yeah, man, I wrote a tweet the other day, and honestly, I could say those are my only two idols. So I'll just leave it at those two people.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
I feel like Chuck Berry, and Jimi Hendrix, their ability to, like you said, convey so much with so little.
Yes.
And that's kind of like what being commercial is, keeping it simple. People always say, and something that struck me the wrong way when I first started creating music, people were always like, man, you got too many words in here, you need to kind of like simple it down a little bit, or calm it down a little bit, make it more simple. And I was like, I didn't really like that, but people like that give you some hope. It's like, okay, man, I can say less and still mean more, and in the inflections, in the speed of what I'm saying, and the beat, and where it's placed, and what words are used. Like, you can use those things to be very complex without taking away from everybody's ability to listen to the music, because sometimes you get too complex and people can't keep up per se, or really even get the message that you're trying to convey, especially nowadays with the way beats are just so powerful and aggressive.
Yeah. It will kind of like clash trying to, go up. I don't know. Yeah.
That's kind of like Twista, Twista's great, but, not a lot of people can actually rap Twista verses, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy you say that, because it's crazy you say that, because me and my man Bam, he was here, we did the song together. And we got booked. We got booked to perform at this, like, in Durham at the Hayti Heritage Center, and it was basically a tribute to Outkast for like the Black Music Week.
Right.
So he wanted us to perform some Outkast songs, and bro, I tell you, you have to reserve some hours a day to study and get down like Big Boy, especially Big Boy's flow. You know what I'm saying?
I love ghetto music. You know what I mean?
Oh,
that's a song where it's like, to rap that, you would have to sit down for a couple days.
Yeah.
And really like to zone the fuck in, because he's rapping so fast on ghetto music.
Yeah.
I love that song. That's actually, when I think about today's music and how it's so 808 heavy and how it's so aggressive, I think that ghetto music was I'm not gonna say the original, you know what I'm saying? But it's one of those songs that really captivate that sound for me. That aggressive, fast, but it sounds precise, you know what I mean? And it's very creative, it's very fun. But they're rapping fast as fuck,
Yeah, my God.
They're rapping fast as fuck, man.
I can sing Gladys Knight's part, or was it Patti LaBelle? Yeah, Patti LaBelle's part, but I just want you to know. But man, it's funny you say that.
That's such a good song.
I do like those. To me, it's like kind of like, I like how you said about the precision, because it's like, you ever listen to Bombs Over Baghdad?
Yeah.
That's kind of like more tribal in a sense, and like, I think that song with ghetto music is definitely, especially for it to be on the speaker box side, I feel like that is the proto, or the direction that he ended up going with, like the different what's the one? Of course you got Royal Flush, but I'm trying to think of another one that he came out with, but it did, like, he kind of shifted from like Outkast, Organized Noise, like earthiness, and then it just kind of went in some like futuristic,
exactly. Yeah, dude, ghetto music is so futuristic, and that's why I loved it as a kid. When I heard it, I'm like, man, what year are we in? You know what I mean? Like, these guys are transcending time right now. Like, this shit's crazy. Yeah. Love that album. Both sides. Some of my favorite music on there, man. Like Prototype is one of my favorite songs of all time. She Lives in My Lap is a banger.
Oh my
You know what I mean?
God.
Like these are timeless songs in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
I just played it. Me and my lady friend were driving, and
Your lady friend, huh?
yeah, so we were driving, and I like, we were putting on different albums. So I was like, yeah, I put on that one, and I realized how every single song is amazing on that album.
Oh, yeah.
Real talk. Well, I will say, Speaker Box Love Below is the biggest selling rap album of all time.
Still?
Yeah, I mean, shit, it's streaming now,
Yeah.
so ain't nobody moving like,
Yeah.
you got to get how many streams to, go platinum.
It's crazy.
So they went basically diamond like 13 times platinum.
Ooh.
And I think that just goes to show,
Yeah, that's big.
That's
big.
Yeah.
13 times platinum is huge, man. Who is it that went 7 times platinum? Bruno Mars went 7 times platinum.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Focus Dragonfly? How are you, man? Welcome. Yeah, man, 7 times platinum from Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
With that was off of the early project with Grenade and such on it.
Jukebox or something like that.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a testament to where we are technology-wise, because if you look at it, homie's got like 5 or 4 songs where it's over 1 billion. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of like the nature.
We're talking about Bruno Mars.
Yeah, Bruno Mars.
He's crazy with it, man. He just did the one with Sexy Red.
Yeah, that was, bro, I got thoughts.
Yeah, talk about it.
I didn't like it, man. It felt a little cringy. I feel like, I think Bruno Mars is best doing what he does, like Bruno Mars. But some of them, like, I think it's a little forced, because it's almost like, especially in that one, he's like smacking that ass. It's just like, it seemed like he just phoned it in, because it's like, that's not who we imagine.
Right.
We imagine him not being on a trap beat, and it'd be different if he slid on his own way, but it was almost like anybody could have rapped or sang what he's saying. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I wish he would have brought just Bruno Mars to Sexy Red. It seems like he changed, you know what I'm saying, in order to fit Sexy Red. I wish he would have just brought Sexy Red to his world, you know what I'm saying, let her do what she did, and then brought it in his own style. But I'm not gonna lie, I like the verse. The verse is and I think it's coupled with the video, I think it's really good. He's got some moments in the video that are just like great showmanship, and he takes his verse and it brings it to another level when he's moving with it. And so, yeah, I really, really do like that verse. Not so much the collab in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they did it.
Yeah.
They did it. It's not a bad song overall. If you get past all the raunchiness, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was kind of wild too. I was like,
it's very raunchy. I mean, it's Sexy Red.
I mean, that's what I thought. It's
Sexy Red, man. You know.
And also, well, I definitely, crazy. I will say that I've only like listened to it once, right? And also, I do believe in the video, because it's funny. I was out like a few, you know how at the spots they'll have the DJ playing the music that goes along with the videos.
Yeah.
It's like the video mix,
Love
right?
that.
I love it too, right? And the Sexy Red video came on for one of her. I was like, oh, I get it. This is especially you and like the loudest.
Yeah, bro.
You talk too, so it's like,
bro said, I get it now.
but I do. Hey, but we gotta stop. We gotta stop on both sides. We gotta stop all the rapping about killing and ops, and we gotta stop rapping about
Sex appeal.
And I won't say sex appeal. It's value, equating your body to money.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I think in essence, I don't think that it should all be about that. Just like I think it shouldn't all be about like violence.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little conflicted, but I guess to be completely transparent and show that I'm biased, I just realized is I'm not bringing that up when niggas talk about 50 Cent.
Yeah. I love 50 Cent though.
Yeah, but we gotta stop the violence.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oh
But,
man. No, seriously, people have biases. They don't talk about that with their favorite artists, but they say at some point it takes away from the art. That's what Gilly Gang says. That's what the chat said. They said at some point all the violence takes away from the art, all the talking about your body and sex and all that stuff starts to take away from the art. I will say, seeing it more omni perspective wise, I would say that if us as a people enjoy those things and kind of have been pushed to those being our only things that we can enjoy or get into, or that's our life, killing each other, sex appeal. That's Black life going back very, very far.
Yeah. Yes.
And music is an expression. You know what I'm saying? And expression is a form of therapy. Then when you go to therapy and you start expressing some shit, it's gonna get real bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna get really, 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 really crazy.
Yeah.
And then we might plateau out and get some, some real.
Like, disbursement of
Okay, 1 second.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
What's going on?
I don't exactly know because I don't see the rate. It's all the way up. But somebody just rated with what looks like, looks like just hundreds and hundreds of people. Chat, who is this?
Bang bang.
Thank you so much, guys. Welcome. Who's Trent? Thank you so much, guys. Welcome. No, I'm not Trent, bro.
I was like, no, but why is
I'm not Trent, bro.
Bro, I call you Don.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe your name is Don. I didn't know. But at the same time, I was like, who's Trent?
Did you guys break my chat, bro? Okay, there we go. Hey, chat,
man.
what's going on? We're back. Okay, first of all, I want to... Jesus Christ.
What's going on,
Jesus,
man?
look at sports. Book it with Trent. Okay,
you know-
anyways, guys, listen. Welcome to The Peak. I usually do gaming streaming, but today
iCarly.
we are here with the boy, Nige Hood.
Yeah, yes.
I gotta say it right, man.
Yeah, no, you got it. You got it.
And he's an amazing artist, guys. He has hundreds of thousands of streams across all platforms. We're just doing an interview with him right now, so you guys are coming at an amazing time. I do want to say one thing, though. Book It Sports. If we're talking about sports betting, last night, bro.
I was gonna bring it up.
Last night, chat, I hit a 5 to 900 parlay on a fucking 8-man, bro. And then the day before that, I hit a fucking 5 to 500 on a fucking 8-man parlay. Last night I hit 5 to 900 on hockey. You know, fucking. Let's go! Let's go, baby! Hey, come on, bro.
That's crazy, man. Damn, I was gonna say something. Goddamn, I forgot.
Here, man, hit a bong rip for the chat, man. What's my plays today? Should I put in some plays? I was gonna save it for Super Bowl Sunday, chat. Who's Shelly? I need to do some research. Okay, chat, can you do one thing for me, please? First of all, everyone drop a follow. Thank you for being here. Can everyone type the name of this person who rated me? Is it Book It Sports? Is it Book It? Thank you so much, Book It. Off the gang? What does off the gang mean? Is that we're off the gang now. Trent. Is it Book It Sports or Trent?
No, he said Trent up there, iCarly. Low-key, iCarly said that Trent is a gooning.
Don't say
Why you said that? Can you not say that? Are you gonna get flags for saying that? Is the stream over? Is the stream over? Did I fuck something up?
I'm sorry, Trent.
Trent, what's going on? No, they saw it.
Listen,
they
bro.
said it. Were they
Gooning means not. Yes, bro.
But I also thought gooning is also when people like troll. I thought that was like the new term.
Oh, bruh.
Hey, bro. Hey, somebody said goat whale is Book It.
Oh my God.
Nah, we goon all the time, baby.
Stop, bro. Stop reading, bro.
Realish calves. Are your calves fake?
Bro, stop reading that, bro.
Bro, I've never done this before. I didn't know.
Bro, why does he? No, chat. No, I will 6969.
Yo,
Don't.
This nigga just said, I will. What did you say?
Bro.
What would Riley say?
All right, bro. Let's get back to the interview, bro. First of all, Book It. Thank you so much for The raid. What was it a raid of, chat? Can we get a count on the raid? Bro just called you a Max Gooner. Bro, I'm sorry.
You can't release. Oh, I thought they called me a Max.
Okay,
right.
let's recap.
All right, we back.
5K, 352. Chat, can we get a real number, please? Can we get a real number?
Who said 5K?
Feed chat. What's with the plays? Chat, we'll do plays. Give me plays and give me 20 minutes and we'll do plays. Okay, let me just run through this interview real quick.
What if everybody just leaves and comes back 20 minutes from now?
Why would you say that, bro?
They're gonna think that's funny.
56K? Come on, chat. Quit playing. It was like 250? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. Book It Sports. If Book It Sports is a thing that you can use to like bet, you guys need to use Book It Sports. Okay? It's the only sports betting app I use.
Okay.
I don't think.
Did you see the thing pop up at the bottom? Dial 1-800. But yo, for if you have problems gambling,
concerned with your play? Bro.
Battery's not included.
You feel me, bro? Okay.
Yo, real talk. My pastor said the gambling's wrong, but you got me wanting to sin, baby.
Dog.
Carrie said it's not a sound cool.
Bro, no, people really like have since I posted those wins, bro. People are like, I'm gonna send you money, just bet for me and shit, bro. My dad.
Bro, you can totally fraud all these people.
No, it's my dad, bro.
Come on, your dad will forgive you. It's your dad. I'm just,
bro. Man. Anyways,
all right, man.
So again, thank you guys so much for the raid, man. We're here on The Peak, and we are in the middle of an amazing interview with the homie. I do want to get back to some of the music talk. Chat, who's your favorite artist? Okay, who's your favorite artist? And so, you said you have a song with Afroman. That's the Cause I Got High.
Yeah, man.
How did that come about, bro?
God. So I had a band called the Folk Rap Band because at a certain point I realized, I went and saw Chance the Rapper perform and he had a band, The Social Experiment. So I wanted to be notched in the Folk Rap Band. And also because in Charlotte, bro, they don't let nobody book a rap show at the venues, not like Atlanta. So I was like, shit, I can get shows and get paid if I got a band, just rap. So I say all that to say one of the songs we sang was Smoking a Bowl in the Woods, which I wrote, me and my friend were just super high. It was like smoking a bowl in the woods, and everybody said, this is my favorite song. And they stopped me in the whatever. And then I'll be like, okay. Then I thought about, okay, when the pandemic happened, you know, you got that stimulus check, right?
You got that stimulus check?
I did get it.
Yeah.
I should have got the PPP loan. That part. So I just basically decided, okay, since everybody said this is the biggest one to do, then we'll do this one. And then I had a list to record. Then I had a list of people like from on my notes of people I want to collaborate with. Cause I realized when I discovered Afroman in college, I was like, oh, he's just like me to a degree as far as like, you know, all that. So kind of like with novelty songs, you know. So, you know, I was like, shit. And then it hit me. I was like, oh, this is an Afroman song anyway. He'd be rapping over guitar. So I just looked up on his website.
No.
Yeah, and they're like, call or text this number's manager. It turned out to be like this dude, shout out to him, but he connected me with Afroman. And so, you know, paid. It wasn't crazy, paid, you know, but that's when I learned, oh, the bag, you know, so paid for his feature. Then we're like, you got to shoot a video. So we paid, you know, we basically, me and the band, there's a video, it's kind of like, now I'm like, yo, we really took a swing with that one, but we ended up going to him because we'd have to pay more for him to come to us. And it just so happened, we booked a cabin that was in the woods, but we were supposed to, we actually went to his house. I'm mad I don't have that footage anymore of us all vibing, but
at
Afroman's house. Yeah, on his page, I don't know if he still shows his crib because I know like it was some shit that went down. But yeah, if you see the footage, we're right in there in that, and he has a big like, the dude lives in Ohio in a random town, like a Mennonite town. When I say that, like it's like Amish people in that area too. So they don't even sell beer. Ironically, you gotta drive far. Yeah, and that's the thing. I was like, why you live out here? And he was like, baby mom.
What?
Yo, I guess to be close to his kid or something like that. But anyway, bro, it just worked out that we were like, yo, Afroman, your backyard, it doesn't look like the woods. We thought about doing that. So just so hip, the cabin that we were at that we just happened to book, because it's like, it's nothing Airbnb out there.
Yeah.
That was in the middle of the woods. So in that video, you see us coming out of a cabin and all that, getting out of, that's actually where we were staying, and
Right.
it just worked out. There was a lot of things that worked out. Afroman is hilarious, and he, you know how sometimes celebrities, and I think that I think sometimes celebrities, when they meet around people, they don't do a lot. They might not be assholes, but they're not turning on their performance, you know? But Afroman, like, you can tell he's like the kid who just loves entertaining. So he's super outgoing. He's not like trying to overtake the show, but he just he just be snapping, and he was just a funny guy. And then from there, I was like, yo, I'd love to have you come perform in Charlotte. And he was like, okay, cool, let's see. So I ended up getting back to Charlotte and putting together a show at the Unknown Brewery, which was a big brewery that had a big parking lot. And I cut a deal with them, and I really sold these tickets for this show, like putting up flyers and doing stuff. And I would say that's probably my most proud moment, at least career-wise, because I ended up making a sizable like return, and it was thousands of people out there. So
how does the return work in that situation? Did it come from the show, or did it come from the streams from the song, or where did it come from?
I will say I have, okay, as far as the streams, like it hasn't given a lot, but I'm pretty sure it's been like a few $100s, which, you know.
How many streams are on the song now, if you know?
I think it's like, I think it's in the upper 200,000s.
Yeah.
In that one.
Yeah,
And,
that sounds exactly right.
Yeah, yeah, and the thing is also, I was gonna say, but the return came from, that's when I was like, oh, you pay for you find a contact, you pay for the talent, they tell you how much, then you find a venue, then you pay for that, then it's up to you to sell enough tickets or get enough vendors to make, to hopefully get your money back, because a lot of times it's hard, and then, get more, have a profit, turn a profit. So
right.
So that's kind of where I got it, like for tickets. Honestly, I should have hit up Unknown Brewery for some drink. Bro, if I did drink percent,
if I knew.
If I did,
only I thought for a second.
If I did 2, 3, 5%, I'm pretty sure they might have made close to $100,000. Like, there were hundreds of people there, and people just go there to get. It's a brewery.
Right.
It's white people and shit. They love to get smashed. Bruh, I'm telling you. Now think about it. I could have probably made like $3,000 extra at the lowest, But you learn these things, and from there, like, I guess somehow, I don't even know how, now that I think about like they got my email, but I guess they emailed from the Eventbrite of basically Riff Raff's manager hits me up, and Riff Raff's the guy from like back in the day, the white rapper. You said you love him?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. To me, he's like Young Dro. If you think about it, like
I love Riff Raff, bro.
With the thumb.
I actually do he's fire.
Yeah, bro.
In my opinion, people don't really take him serious, but like he's fucking great in my opinion.
Yeah, man, I agree. Like, I think that people don't take people who don't take yourself seriously isn't the right word. I think people who aren't afraid to not look cool, or to like just look different, or to be different at the essence. And I think that a lot of people are programmed to not like that. I'll tell you, black people are, I ain't gonna lie. White people will totally be receptive of a lot of stuff. But yeah, definitely, I call it, we got the curse of the cool. Because everybody,
cool.
Nobody
like
doesn't want
Fiasco album.
Yeah, like, the cool. Yeah. So like, anyway, not to go too deep into that, but yeah, Riff Raff, and then I did that, and it worked too. But I ain't gonna lie, I think I was a little. I don't know if I ever want to, like, cause promoting is so. it's so stressful
Yeah.
because you're looking at the sales, you're hoping that it, bounces back, and which I did make a profit, but that's just whole thing. I was like, I don't want to do that shit. Maybe later, but anyway.
Man, I want to roll it back a little bit. First of all, this song, absolutely fantastic.
You see the
Who made
video?
that beat? No, I haven't seen any of this stuff.
Bro, I gotta show the video is one of my favorite crowning achievements too.
This song is incredible. Hold on.
That's the beginning.
Let's just
of
listen.
Barsh. I am the only one in my arena. I empty my guard and pour up the lean. I feel slower like running in jeans. Heaven and hell, I'm stuck in between. God love is for me, but why am I mean? Looking for pussy and food in my pantry. Always find one always escapes me. Only see pork rinds, I want the pastry.
So who made this beat for you, bro?
Bro, you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest, bro. SoundCloud was the shit in the beginning years, so you can deduct from there.
Shout out that producer.
Yeah.
Goat.
Yeah.
Goat.
For real.
What you think?
I really remember who it was. No, honestly, it might be Just X. There's a dude. Do you remember Icy Twat, a producer? So
Hell
Just
yeah.
X, like, I just somehow ended up in this realm of just. Honestly, that's really the good producer. It was like XXXTion producers in the thing. But anyway, like, it was called a Hunter Hearst Helmsley because I didn't know that's actually the sample from Triple H's, well, when he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. But anyway, it's crazy. The Weird Awesome EP, that was like an era or a phase after, because it's funny you talk about, the complex or a lot of words as opposed to simpler. My first projects, like I'm very like kind of borderline. Hold on. Let me hear this. You see? I'm shooting everybody. No. You get it?
Bro, and so where does this come from?
Oh, I'd love to tell you. So, this whole project is called the Weird Awesome EP. And I went from like being really, really like, I guess, conscious rap or lyrical rap, closer to boom bap from when I was really early. And then I went to a place where I just wanted to, because I realized, because I like performing, I was doing shows, and I was like, bro, I want to make people dance. I want to like have, you know what I'm saying? So I started making like songs like Medicine or, Function. That's another one. I started focusing on like I was saying, writing just good songs.
Right.
Not like, and then stuff happened. Like Weird Shit is a great example where I feel like I got to a place where I felt angry. And the way that I manifested that anger was kind of like, like when you're hurt, but then you act kind of not tough, but then you kind of like act out to cover up that you hurt, or just like, or kind of going the opposite, right?
Yeah.
So I was in a place where, just to be honest, like a lot of the relationships that I had were not, working out or hatting. And I felt kind of abandoned. But looking back, like I had a whole lot more to work with that I didn't, right?
Yeah.
But I felt abandoned, and I was angry, and I just went into like Marshall Mathers mode, or Slim Shady mode. And I remember specifically saying this. So even this song, I was inspired by My Name Is. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like this song is about like admitting, like, self-deprecating,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Making a joke out of the fact that I feel alienated because I'm weird. So I doubled down on Too Weird, Too Awesome, which was the second one, but now I'm in a new phase where there's a project called All Over Again.
Right.
The one with Distant Lover on it because I'm more mature.
Because I'm more mature now. Yeah, man.
I realized I was masking, but it was some good ass music. You know what I'm saying?
And that was going to be my next question, and got to take a pause here in just a moment. But the question I want to ask is, looking back, like, was that fun? Because I'm listening to this music, and it's kind of fun. Like, this is great music. Like, it's vibing. And so, like, what is that the way moving forward that you tend to handle stuff like that? You just, man, let's just get an album out about it.
Yeah. I definitely. It's funny that you say that. I think that it's crazy. Like, in this day and age right now where music is, I think that there's not much room. Well, there's room for there to be one to step in.
Right.
There's a space, but as far as people's attention, I think people are more into like cynicism and even if it's positive, it's more overcoming obstacles and problems. And my music is more like, yo, let's have some fun. Like, yeah, like I get smacked, but I don't get too smacked, or you know what I'm saying. I'm all this crazy shit. Like
Right.
I'm drunk as hell or whatever. Like not afraid to like. But anyway, so going forward, I will keep that going, but there's gonna be a lot less uh, like shooting shit at the wall or just kind of like talking about just weed or like, cause I don't, or women, like how I kind of talked about women. It wasn't like calling them bitches and hoes, but it was more like me being like what the girls call a fuck boy, like the guy that is not trying to be serious and kind of immature.
Right.
So I'm not. I sometimes it's hard to listen to some of that if I'm in certain moments in my time now because I've grown up and it's just like I want one woman, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm still gonna have that attitude, just a different perspective,
Yeah. No, I feel like getting it out in the music is super important. I feel like it makes for good music. You've got a lot of music out, you know what I mean, at this point. You've got tons of songs. And I feel like it's a lot of people, they have their artistry and they kind of just portray one thing. It's kind of just that thing. And they're like, you can't see me sad. Like, you're only going to see me turning up in the club or something, But when, like, my favorite artists, a couple of them, I'll name, like Mac Miller per se, has ebbs and flows in the music. Like, every album's different, It's not the same. And so I feel like when I'm listening to your music, everything that we've listened to so far during the podcast especially has been very different and very unique. And that's why I feel like we opened up with the question of like, what's your influences? Because I feel like that really matters. You didn't name anybody that a lot of people would expect. You named people from a long time ago, and you can tell when you're listening to the music, it's so advanced when it comes to the clarity of you conveying messages as well as your delivery and just being good at making music. But it's very, like I said, it's very unique and you're very good at it. You can tell that you've got those elementary foundations, and that's why your influences aren't Future. And Future's great, you know what I'm saying? It's like Chuck Berry, someone who might have made the simplest music, but they went really far. If you can take nothing and go with something, imagine if you've got something, you know what I'm saying, what you've got. And so now we can go double the distance, you know what I mean? So, and Chuck Berry had it too, but you probably got something new.
Give us some money, y'all, bro. We're gonna make y'all money. I'm just saying, bro. Not y'all, but if there's a billionaire.
Oh yeah, come on, man.
Come on, holler.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it like this, and a couple more things that I want to talk about before we completely wrap it up here. But I do want to say, man, when we're talking about your ability to get that Afroman feature, right? Mm-hmm. The way you got that feature is. It's really groundbreaking because you think about other people who want something like that. And they're always like, man, I don't know how to get it. It's going to be super hard. You never think to just go look up their website or go look up their information and just send them an email. A lot of people are like, that might not work out. I'm not going to do that because whoop-de-whoop. But a lot of the times, that's the stuff that does work out. Those long shots. You know what I mean? Just like a Hail Mary. Sometimes that's exactly what you got to do. You know what I mean? And I think that when it comes to, us talking about sponsors and stuff like that, right? Because, of course, this is a podcast, and I should probably get back on the camera to say this, but one moment while I make sure that everything here is on the up and up. What I do want to say is, when it comes to us getting sponsors and stuff, I've always been thinking like, oh, how does this podcast get a sponsor? How does it's all about the numbers per se, But haven't done a lot of just hitting people up, haven't done a lot of just making an EPK with what I do have numbers wise, embellishing it, making it look as good as it can, and then sending that out to just everybody and seeing who responds back, man, because you just reaching out and him, even giving you a price like that and doing it that way, a lot of people don't even get to that point. You know what I mean? And that really, no matter how many streams it gets, any of that stuff, you have a song of Afroman. You know what I mean? Like that holds precedent in a lot of different rooms. You know what I mean? So like you'll be able to leverage that in incredible ways.
And that's one of those things, like, even when it happened, like, bro, I'm telling you, I ain't know about, like, or I'll give you an example. I had a popular song called Tom's Wavy. I don't know if it's on, but I was, like, talking about, basically, in the hook, I was talking about how Tom's Wavy chips were my favorite chips. And everybody's like, yo, you should you should reach out to them to talk about a sponsorship. Bro, I never did. I should have. There's a time where I was in Walmart off near somewhere, I think maybe near Decatur or something, like years ago. And I was with my homegirl, DJ SPK, and we were just in Walmart. And we were just she was telling me about how where Pastor Troy was from, like where Pastor Troy is from, and distinguishing, like, I think he said he's from Augusta, but we love him in Atlanta. And I was like, okay, cool. I really like Pastor Troy. Shout out to Pastor Troy. And behind us, somebody was like, oh, you like Pastor Troy? I know Pastor Troy. And it's crazy. He was like, he just got out of jail, but he had DSGB tattooed on his arm.
Oh my God.
So I was like, okay. And I gave him a CD that I had.
Yeah.
And I didn't think much of it. So one day later, I get a call from basically the manager or that guy and being like, yo, Pastor Troy likes it. You want to do a song? Bruh, I fucking bitched out.
Did that ever go? What?
No, there's a time even right.
What do you mean you bitched out, bro? I was just about to ask, did it ever happen?
No, because I was scared. Like, you know how, like, when you're like, when they say close to greatness and that, so I was scared. I'll tell you this, bro, like right before, like, you know, it was the basically All-Star Weekend in Charlotte, I think in like 2018 or 2019, but basically right before the baby like went crazy, I DM'd one of his managers about a feature, and he was like, I think he might have just said a certain amount, which wasn't crazy, but I didn't know that how important that would be. And I chickened out in a way, I've got to be honest. Same thing with Tia Corinne. I seen her perform one time after a joint in Charlotte, and she hadn't like dropped the Freaky T song, but she had like the Lotto song. And she gave me a price, same thing. So it's like, I don't know, it's not sounding good right now, but I'm in a place where I'm kind of like, I say that to say, honestly, I really say that to say, for all the people out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let your worry or your, don't limit yourself, and don't be afraid to like follow through, and don't kind of put people on a pedestal, especially if they're reaching out to you, like recognize your worth. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You know what I mean? It's more like that, I think.
Wow, can we put the timestamp on that? That's gonna be the clip right there.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
That's gonna be the clip right there. That's beautiful, man. I really feel like, you know, you're a man who has a lot of opportunity come his way, you know, and not all the time people realize that you cannot catch every opportunity with precision. You know what I mean? Similar to the Ravens. You know what I mean? Like, it's coming, but...
You said the Ravens?
Yeah. You know, listen.
Wait, why the Ravens?
Because opportunity can come, and it can look like the easiest pass.
So you bet against the Ravens?
I didn't, but this is just a good example.
Okay, okay. Bet.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, the easiest pass could come to you, and you could drop it. Like, that's the same with opportunity, bro. Like, and that could be you going to the Super Bowl, and you could drop that shit. But that don't mean like that's gonna be your last opportunity. Niggas still on the team, bro, and they still are an amazing team, and they can still do it again. The NFL is not gonna go away tomorrow, and neither is your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, neither are the opportunities that you get. So don't even worry about, you know, fumbling a couple passes here and there, bro, because the fact that those passes even came your way is a sign of your worth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So don't even sweat it, bro. Don't even sweat it. There's so much more things that we can talk about, man. I feel like we should just wrap it up and go for another interview another time. Yeah. Because we talked about, dude, this is crazy. We got a fucking rate of like 500 or some shit today.
Yeah, man. Shout out. We should have had a. Where's the thing where they give us money? Hold up. Where?
You feel me? Where's my cash app bar at the bottom? You feel me? Come on, man. The nice music.
Right.
Holy, but
I want to. Can I ask you one thing?
yeah, go ahead.
Bro, nigga, what was your GPA, bro? Cause you a smart ass.
Bro,
This nigga's smart.
what makes you say that though?
Just the way that you were able to like kind of like articulate yourself and your take or the way that you processed just the questions you asked, you could tell that you pretty quickly were able to deconstruct, because I think that's a big part of intelligence, because deconstruction is understanding the parts and how it fits and stuff. So I say that, and also I feel like you kind of have to be, I feel like engineers are like actually the smartest person in the room, you know what I'm saying? And then producers as well, because you have to discipline yourself to learn something. Like, I mean, rapping is cool, but like, it's never like, that sucked. You know what I'm saying? But you're like, how the fuck you do this plug-in?
Yeah, no, for
you know
real.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I have to follow this. It's like learning an instrument.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little more technical.
Yeah.
And I feel like, technically, I feel like I'm really, but that's why I asked about GPA, because I think everybody's not necessarily, I think technical people might just, I don't know, you seem organized.
I would say
organized.
Man, in elementary school, I was in advanced placement classes, like honors or whatever they call it. What do they call challenge? They just call it challenge.
Yeah.
So, all throughout school, up until high school, I was in those classes. When I got to high school, like in between middle school, I was just so lazy, bro. So like I fucking ended with like a 3.0 GPA or some shit like that. Something solid. You know what I'm saying? Something smooth. Yeah, bro. But I was so like, I'm not doing homework, bro. And I'm not studying for the test. You feel me? I'm just doing the test and I'm getting all right grades. Like I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I went through all that shit. Got accepted to GSU and shit. But didn't finish college because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and no one talks to you about how much money college costs. And I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm already in a little bit of debt. Like, I'm not trying to add on to that for something that may not give me what I want. So yeah, my GPA wasn't too high, but definitely a lot of people said I was pretty smart. You know?
Yeah, I believe so. Excuse me, and I think you dodged a bullet with not going. Well, I mean, you paid some to go when you did, but like, yeah, because I'll just say this, like, yeah, not even to be cynical, but I know for a fact, my degree didn't help me, or I don't know. That might. I just don't shoot high for certain jobs, so like, Amazon don't care
about your degree.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, but
a degree in what?
History. Oh, you said in what? Yeah, history. Yeah. And at that same time, like, honestly, coming up, man, I honestly didn't have a very aware concept of like money and how everything costs money and how this is the moment where you're laying the foundation of how you're going to basically have a career, because once you become an adult, everything costs money. So like for me, I was like, wow, I like history. But I didn't think about, okay, how can I strategize what I want to do, to something like that's an industry. Yeah. Which I only say that, just because I think it's something to think about.
Yeah, because it's like, what job are you going to get with a history degree now? You know?
I feel like you'd have, honestly, I mean, professor. Yeah. If you go get further, I mean, you could be a teacher, you know, but I don't know. It's just.
It's out there though. Yeah. 100%, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. Fuck it, man. Make a new job. 2025, bro. You can make anything. Fuck it.
Real talk. Yeah. I could start a YouTube page, do history. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You could write children's history songs.
Talk that shit. I
want some like Magic School Bus shit. Is that what it's called?
Shout out to Miss Frizzle.
No, not Magic School Bus. I'm talking about Schoolhouse Rock. You feel me? Yeah, run it like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, run something like that. That would be easy. That'd be a layup. You feel me? I got a degree and I'm an artist with whoop-de-whoop. And so that's the way to get in with all the parents. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna fuck with that. That's credentials. So yeah, listen to this guy. You know what I'm saying? That could go all the way up, bro. And you know them kids, like, it's iPad kids now, so they just streaming it all day, bro. so it could really go up, bro, and you could really become, you know what I'm saying, a demon in that shit, bro. I see a lot of people do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so think about that, man.
Wow.
100%.
Gracie's Corner, shout out Gracie's
Exactly,
Corner.
just like her, bro. And there's tons of people replicating that right now, which is why I say maybe get into it, because in a minute it's gonna become pretty saturated. But there's still a curb, and you always have an advantage having the history degree. You know what I'm saying? And having the analytics artistically. Those two things are gonna put you ahead of all those people who are just doing it because they can sing. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Yeah, man. But let's wrap it up, bro. This has been such an amazing interview. You know, just a pleasure to have you on, and we'll have you back. Maybe we'll wait a couple months. What's next musically for you?
You know, it's crazy. I'm just now becoming, I guess, back comfortable with releasing and even like posting. So I would say I don't have a specific thing, but I will be, at least on the YouTube side, I'm going to be contributing much more with, right now I just posted the first video about moving to Atlanta, and I'm gonna continue telling that story. I'm gonna have Lego build videos, really hone down on just creating for the sake of what I like, because I'm not gonna lie, I really got burnt out with kind of like that's how I kind of felt, where I kind of got to that I'm getting away from, but like trying to make something that people like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, you know, in relation to all that, you know, we made that song recently, and yeah, I was gonna say you were pretty open to just putting it out, and I'm like, yeah, so it makes me feel like that resonates with you saying you're just creating for the sake of creating. What you like is gonna come out. I think that's good for the people, you know, and I'm just gonna, like, everybody out there who enjoys this guy's music, you're probably about to get some of the best music, because now we're taking all that amazing skill and we're just gonna free it. You know what I mean? So let's not try to hone it into something, because that might not be what I like. We're just gonna make what I like, and if you don't like that, then you know what I'm saying.
And if you make what you like, you attract people more like you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what we need. People more like us.
Yes.
Yeah. No cap.
Yeah, man.
No cap. Well, that's amazing, man. I'm here with the homie on the peak. This is Nige Hood. Can you tell them where to find you?
Oh yeah, you can find me on all platforms at Nige Hood, and that's NIGEHOOD. My real name is Nigel Hood, in case you were wondering, and yeah, from everything you can find everything there. But if you want to, you can type it in on YouTube right now. I just released like kind of like a mini movie to my song Summer in CLT. So yeah, check that out and check out the rest of the videos.
Yeah, man, that's definitely the link in his bio on Instagram is the smoothest way that I found it. You look up NIGEHOOD, you'll find him on Instagram. The bio link is right there, and I think the first YouTube link is the Summer in.
Yeah,
that's the video there. So definitely check that out, guys. Of course, you know me, DONFATHER. You can find it anywhere, DONFATHER. You're watching it right now, so you probably already know. Till next time, guys.
Thank you, man.